So before we go, final thing, all I want is one name. All I want is from one name from everyone here. Um, and then we can then go. So the question here is, yeah, and I'll give you time to think. One name, best central midfielder of all time. I'll give you guys to think. All I want is no waffling, no waffling here and there. All I want is one name, just to give me.
Zidane,
No,
HH.
no, 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 don't tell me. Just think about it, and then just give me one name. Tell me the reason why, very briefly, in a sentence or two. I will start. So the key thing is, and people in the chat, you can also say this way: best central midfielder of all time. Just one. I'll start. Zinedine Zidane. Nobody exemplified how to play that role better than him in terms of keeping the ball, creativity, passing, and being the heartbeat and rhythm of a team, as well as adding dynamism and crazy magical moments in that midfield position. So for me, Zinedine Zidane, best central midfielder of all time. Red.
Yeah, no, Zizou, Zinedine Zidane, HH, numero uno, HH. That went on a clean sweep internationally for France, 98, 99, 2000. All three of those trophies in a row, won them. As soon as he was gone in 2002, when he was injured, France got knocked out in the group stage. He was rushed back from injury in the final game, but he wasn't able to really have an impact. But overall, they flopped because of him. And in 2006, when he came back, we saw what he did. Like we saw the greatness at the age of 34 years old. I mean, Ronaldo and Messi were both in the 30s this World Cup, and you saw they couldn't even have the impact that Zizou had in that 2006 World Cup. And the only player that I've seen that got 2 red cards in a World Cup final and is still considered the greatest. And one last thing, people forget that Zidane, if not for those red cards in those World Cup finals, he could have had 5 Ballon d'Ors. He could have had in 2006. Had he not got that red card, he would have won the Ballon d'Or that year, and in '98 as well. So he could have had 5. Yeah. So and who else? HH. This is how great Zidane is. Scored the greatest Champions League goal final of all time, arguably now that we have Bale's goal, but the greatest Champions League final goal of all time. And when he grew up, he was able. He won it 3 times in a row as a manager, and got his sons both Champions League medals as well. Like no, like who does that? Only Zizou, HH. That's greatness.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fair. All right. So basically, before I move to judgment, remember, guys, if you want your comments read out, or you want to add say comments to the panel, use the super chats. Use the super chats function, and I'll be able to have your question read out to the panel, and I'll be able to answer it through the super chats. Gets priority. So, Jujuman, one name only. That's what I want to hear. The best central midfielder of all time.
I'm going with Iniesta. No. I'll go with Zidane, but Iniesta is close there.
No.
Because this is a tough question.
One name.
It's a tough question. Like I think it varies with generation. Like I'll say for this generation, is Iniesta is probably the best.
No. That wasn't the question. The question is overall, the number one central midfielder of all time, overall through all time.
See, I'll agree with you guys because Zidane, like the one age I give Zidane is he played with in different teams, so that gives him an edge. As with what's it called? With Iniesta, he played with the same team, so that's probably easier. And he played with it's probably easier. That's the only thing I give Zidane. Like one of the few things I give Zidane an edge of. And the other thing is that 2006 was just a testament to Zidane's greatness because he had to come out of retirement. And I remember France were not that good. I think they were eliminated by Senegal, and Zidane came back, and it all changed everything. And it's only one guy that defeated that Ronaldinho at his peak in that 2006 quarterfinals. And
okay,
I think, and the one thing that I don't understand is why he flopped for the Galactico, but I don't know.
Okay.
All
right. Hardcore, number one central midfielder of all time.
This is a really good question. I would say I really did like this guy.
No, hardcore. I don't care who you like. Just give me one name of the best of all time, bro.
I'm gonna say Zidane. Yeah, Zidane was pretty good. I like Figo too. Actually, no. I'll say Figo.
No, hardcore. The question is central, center in the middle of the pitch, central midfield of all time. That was the question, bro.
Oh yeah, Zidane.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Forward, one name. I'm just gonna.
All right. So you guys have already given the right answer. So I'm gonna show some love to Frank Lampard. Yeah, you might call it bias or whatever, but
for the don'ts. Just
no. Look here.
No.
I'm not gonna regurgitate what you guys have already said. So I'm gonna show some love to another guy. All right, cool. All right, the best of all time is Frank Lampard, isn't it? Let me tell you why. Not only did he have a high footballing IQ, obviously one of the smartest footballers of all time, based on a doctor's test from the University of Cambridge, I believe. But also one of the most clutch footballers of all time. Not only a scorer of many goals, great goals, but also clutch goals. The most goals in 90-minute plus in Premier League history. And yeah, just consistent level of performance over many years in different systems under different managers. And he proved it also doing it in a defensive system, winning the Champions League as well, especially as he was known as an attacking midfielder. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna say biasly Frank Lampard.
That's BS, but again, you're using bias. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Muntaha, best central midfielder of all time.
Bro, there is no even doubt, bro. Like Zinedine Zidane. But I know you just want one answer, HH. But Xavi is close. But man, Xavi is close in terms of not in terms of flair, but in terms of what he produced at the big moments.
Yeah, no, efficiency.
Yeah, but Zizou's next level. Okay, now the reason is that, bro, this is what a GOAT works, man. This is what a true GOAT is. He has impressive numbers in big games. He has big moments. He done with his country, with his clubs, bro. Like he has like aura. He has flipping, X factor as a captain to make your team to bro. For me, like there's so many things, bro, for the GOAT argument. Like he's not just the best midfield CM as well. He's the best player for me, of all time, because this guy, his mentality.
Over Maradona and Ronaldo.
For me, I think so. Yes, for me, I might be a bit biased, but you have to think from my perspective as well. Yeah, bro, Maradona was great guy, man. Like great player with the way he won with the weak Napoli side and back-to-back World Cup finals. Great. Zizou did the same thing, but not back-to-back, but like into '98 and 2006. Bro, that 2006 French team has no business to do with to play that flipping World Cup final.
Yes,
I'm telling you, man. They don't have any business to play, bro, because there were so good teams as well, like likes of Brazil. Like, bro, if even England was good, Portugal was so good, bro. And if you see the pathway to reach final, bro, he defeated peak Spain at that time. They have David Villa, Marcos Senna, all these guys. If you know that, then they defeated flipping Portugal, and that Portugal with Maniche, Petit, Figo, that team was next level team, bro. That Portugal and Deco as well in that, bro. Then he defeated flipping Brazil. That Brazil was stacked, Brazil, man. Like likes of young Kaká. They have peak Dino. They have the leadership and the greatness of R9 as well. Roberto Carlos, bro. Like list goes on and on and on. Even in final, he scored that Panenka penalty. Oh my goodness, bro! Like I cannot see, some of the so-called fakes.
No. He had his moments. Okay.
All right. Okay. What about
For me, bro.
Okay.
Bro. I just want to finish over here. You know what? He's not just the best CM. He's the GOAT for me as well. That's it.
Can I tell my answer?
No, hardcore. Sure, I'll get to you. Abdullahi, best central midfielder of all time.
Wow, that's a big topic.
Yes, sir. One name.
I'll be biased a little bit. Everybody's been going on Zidane. Zidane is a good player. Nobody's doubt, but I won't lie to you. I'll go with Frank Lampard. Like what Forward said, I'll go with Lampard because
okay, Abdullahi. Okay, let's just be fair here. Right? Please try and put Barca away. So, Abdullahi, are you honestly telling me that Frank Lampard is a greater central midfielder than Zinedine Zidane?
Oh. If I want to be biased, I would say Frank Lampard.
No. I don't want you to be biased. I just want you to be truthful. The question was, who is the number one central midfielder of all time. This has nothing to do with bias, please.
Okay. For me, I will go with Frank Lampard.
Okay.
The reason I'll go Frank Lampard because if you watch him very well, he plays under different manager. From Jose Mourinho to Ancelotti to Roberto Di Matteo to a lot of managers. He plays as a center as a DM and as a central midfielder. He scores goals from a DM, from an attacking player, and also as a defensive player. So he has shown up a lot in the EPL, in the Champions League a lot. People seen him a lot. He has shown up a lot. Even when we are down with us, you will see Lampard coming up and scoring some clutch goals. So it may not be showing a lot for England, like people say, because those English teams are hype. But Lampard is a very good player. So I would take Lampard.
Okay. All right. Okay. Ahmed, best central midfielder of all time.
I think it's been said enough. Zinedine Zidane. I don't know what more I can add to it besides saying to Abdullahi that Zidane worked under different managers and different teams and different systems. The French team, for example, 1998 isn't the same one from 06, but he did really well with both Real Madrid, Juventus. I don't know how you can say Lampard, honestly, without bias, is better than Zinedine Zidane. I don't think it's a question.